Thousands of years ago, in the southern regions of the Arabian Peninsula, in the vicinity of Yemen, there was a city called Saba, and the people living there were called the people of Saba. Everywhere there were swaying crops and trees laden with fruits, but this nation was involved in polytheism and worshipping of the sun. After the death of their king, Sharajil bin Malik, his daughter Bilqis took over the throne of Saba. Some historians have written that one of Bilqis's parents was from the creature of jinn, but there is no clear evidence for this theory. Queen Bilqis was a capable woman who ruled Yemen very beautifully for 9 years. The trade that used to take place in major parts of the world was in the hands of the people of Saba. This was the reason why this nation was very rich, but it was a time when the powerful rule and glory of a great unified king rang from the east to the west, who was known as Prophet of Allah Almighty, the King Solomon in history. The kingdom of King Solomon was in most of the countries of the world, and his capital was the city of Jerusalem. He was given rule over the wind, jinns, birds, and animals. There is an incident one day when King Solomon held court. All the jinns, humans, animals, and birds were present, but his favorite bird, Hudhud, was missing. King Solomon asked, "Where is Hudhud?" When he was not seen, King Solomon said that if he could not provide a reasonable excuse for his absence, he would be slaughtered. While the conversation was going on, Hudhud came. King Solomon asked, "Where were you?" Hudhud replied with great respect, "O king, while I was flying, I reached a country where people find themselves involved in polytheism, the worship of fire and the sun. They have a queen whom they call Bilqis. She rules on a huge throne. Her throne is encrusted with precious diamonds, jewels, and red jewels, and she has all the royal paraphernalia." Hearing this, King Solomon said, "If what you say is true, then deliver my letter to this queen so that she may desist from shirk, polytheism, and after delivering the letter, sit there and listen to her reaction." King Solomon sent the letter, which was like this: "In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This honorable letter is from King Solomon to the Queen of Saba, Bilqis. Peace be upon him who follows the guidance. Do not desire dominion over me, rather, come to me with submission." This letter was actually an invitation of Islam to the Queen of Sheba and her people. Hudhud took this letter and put it in the lap of Queen Bilqis. At that time, about 300 ministers were sitting in the queen's court. When they read this letter, they got angry and said that this was an insult to them, and they should give a strong reply to him. But the queen was very sensible. She explained to them that the letter shows that this is not an ordinary person but a prophet of God, so they should act wisely. She said that she was sending a gift to King Solomon, and if he accepts it, then he is the king. But if he will not accept the gift, then she will follow him because he is a prophet. Hudhud was listening to all this conversation. He came and told King Solomon everything. King Solomon ordered the jinn to lay a floor of gold and silver bricks at the entrance to the city, and on both sides of the road, strange creatures of gold should be erected. All the chairs of ministers and the chiefs of the kingdom should be made of gold, and the court should be decorated with diamonds and jewels. On the other hand, Bilqis sent gifts to King Solomon, including gold bricks, jewels, slaves, maidservants, and a letter from the queen. When the messenger arrived at the court of King Solomon with all these gifts and he saw all this, he was ashamed. King Solomon said to the queen's messengers, "Do you want to help me with wealth? But look, what Allah has given me is more than what he has given to you. Congratulations for your gift. Now you go back with your gifts. Go and tell your queen that we will come with a great army." When this news reached Queen Bilqis, she understood that he is indeed a prophet of God, so instead of war, she decided to show her obedience by appearing in the court of King Solomon. When this message reached King Solomon, he said to his courtiers, "Who among you will bring the queen's throne to me before they submit?" A giant jinn said, "I can bring it before your court is sacked. I have full strength for this work and be trustworthy." Then another person who had the knowledge of the holy book said, "I will bring this throne to you before you blink an eye." Then King Solomon saw that the throne was kept by him. Thank you for experiencing this wonderful story with us. If you enjoyed it, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your next part ideas in the comments box below. Remember, your support keeps the magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to share this adventure with friends.